Good evening, everybody. I hope you've had a good Thursday. It was pretty good here. Productive, anyway. And we got some rain, so I didn't have to go out and water things. That always makes me happy. All right, so on tap tonight, we have some football breaks at the front of the evening. We've got 4 different one-box breaks, but none of them will take a terribly long amount of time. After we do those, we will start on the back half of our case of Bowman Jumbo. So the Bowman Jumbo baseball folks, you guys probably have, I don't know, I'd say about 20 minutes before we get started on your part. But before we start on anything else tonight, we have a little bit of info to go over. First and foremost, thank you. I appreciate everybody who bids with me, breaks with me, chats with me, keeps me company, and all that kind of stuff. So in whatever way you participate, I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're here. Second, and yeah, I don't know, this really isn't, it just comes up occasionally, so that's why it's in there. Feedback on eBay is automated. It's 100% automated for me. That way I'm never behind on feedback. So as soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get it in return. That's the benefit for you, never having to wait on me. We'll take a quick scroll through our breaks that are coming up over the course of the next 5 days. This is the stuff that is already listed on eBay, up and available for bidding right now. New things go up most every night, and they usually run for 5 days because otherwise eBay hits you with a big fee. And of course, Wednesday of next week, we've got a bunch of products coming out. But between now and then, we're going to break all kinds of odds and ends. Tomorrow night, we'll do an autographed baseball jersey and a full inner case of autographed baseballs, and a half case of 2011 Crown Royal. On Saturday night, we'll do some 2011 Prime Signatures, 2013 Limited, and more 2011 Crown Royal. On Sunday, we've got some 2012 Signature Series baseball, another autographed jersey, another inner case of autographed baseballs, and we will open a full 12-box case of Diamond Kings baseball. Monday, a little Timeless Treasures basketball, one of the 3-peat boxes, which again, that's an autographed basketball jersey, an autographed basketball, and an autographed photo. Some more 2013 Limited football, and another full case of 2018 Majestic football. Tuesday, we're not going to open much because my internet was really funky tonight and it kept going down. I didn't get a lot listed, but we will open some Prime Signatures and some Diamond Kings. So that's what it looks like for the 5 days ahead. For tonight, you see a bunch of info there. I'm going to kind of touch on the highlight of it. This is also the order that we will be breaking in. So first we'll do the Hit Parade Limited Edition football box. Then we'll do the 2012 Black, the 2016 Black Gold, the Game Day Greats autographed football jersey, and then the half case of Bowman Jumbo baseball. So again, if you're here for Bowman, you've probably got about, I'm going to say probably 20 minutes or so before we start in on yours. Second thing of note here, the first 4 breaks that I mentioned, those are all free shipping breaks. Anytime you do a break with me that is completely free shipping, it's going to go out about 6 or 7 days after that break ends. So look for that stuff to go out approximately Wednesday. Our paid shipping break tonight is Bowman Jumbo Baseball. I'm anticipating Monday on that. If it's possible for me to get it out sooner, I will. But of course, you know, Saturday is a short post office day, so I feel more comfortable saying Monday. And if I get lucky, you know, we'll get it out a little early. Finally, if you're in one of the first 4 breaks, consolation cards. If your team does not pull a card or doesn't pull the jersey in the case of the memorabilia, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card for your team. That can be from any year and any series. It's typically going to ship with your next package that goes out where you do pull something. But if you want it to ship sooner, we can work that out. You just hit me up in eBay messages and we'll discuss the details. So first up tonight, 2018 Hit Parade Limited Edition football box. This is break number 2, so the second time we've opened it. It ended tonight, Thursday, May the 17th on eBay. And of course, we're opening it tonight, live streaming it tonight as well. Team names are there on the left. Winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. One of these spreadsheets will go up before every break. So if you're not in this particular break, you will still get a chance to see your name on the screen there when we do get to your product. And last but not least, the focus is changing. I'm taking the autofocus off and I manually set the focus. So I do know that the background is going out of focus, but don't worry. We're still going to be able to see it all. So no worries there. Now in chat, I see that we have Gina and Jeff. How are you guys doing tonight? Gina's asking me if we ever come across a Flutie helmet. You know, we pulled a Doug Flutie something. It's been a while, but I don't remember if it was a helmet or if it was a jersey. But we did pull a Doug Flutie something or another. But he doesn't come out like super often, I would say. But certainly he's come out here and there. And I also see Brandon and T. Cassidy are in chat. So hi to you guys as well. All right, so we've got one card, of course, in our 2018 Hit Parade Limited Edition. And it is a nice little Todd Gurley card, autographed out of Prestige. And is it numbered or I don't know. Sometimes, I guess it is not on this one. Prestige isn't always numbered. Usually if it is, it's got a different color, but I thought it was worth checking. So the LA Rams hit with our Hit Parade card with the nice little autographed Todd Gurley for the Rams. That was out of 2016 Prestige, by the way. So I told you, these early ones are kind of quick, right? So blink and you miss it on a few of these. We cut a path through the early stuff. So next up is a 2012. Oops, I forgot to put this up. If you didn't see this a second ago, please take a moment to review the info there. I won't subject you to the whole thing again, but if you tuned in the interim, please check that out. So 2012 Panini Black Football. This is break number 8, the 8th time we've opened it. Like everything else that we're opening tonight, it ended the 17th of May on eBay. And if you are the winning bidder, you're going to see your user ID there across from your team name on this break. All right. I did say 2012 black, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I've got everything setting over there. I want to make sure I'm doing it in order. Brandon's looking for the Ravens or the Chargers. Why is this plastic so whatever on here? It's like 2 layers or levels of plastic or something. All right, whatever. I do need to change the blade on my knife, though. I will grant you that. If you happen to be watching live and you cannot see the chat and you would like to see it and or participate in it, a couple of things you need to know about that. First and foremost, you need to be logged in to YouTube to make that happen. Secondly, you also, if you're on a mobile device like a phone or a tablet, you also have to click on that little link that says you want to view the desktop version. Once those things happen, then you should be able to see and participate in chat. Hey, Jeff Crow, you're looking for Lions or Panthers, specifically a Barry Sanders. We'll see what we can do here. First out is for the Panthers. So you're off to a good start in that regard. It's numbered to 349, Taran Poole. Josh Gordon is second out of the box. That is to 349 as well for the Cleveland Browns. And guys, most of these are going to have a little bit of edge and corner wear. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. Sam Bradford for the Rams to 349. And honestly, it's just more noticeable, I think, on these because, you know, against the dark color, you got to notice any chipping or imperfections. Henderson, numbered to 99. Devery Henderson. That's the New Orleans Saints. And then we have Reggie Wayne for the Colts, numbered to 49. Why did they put a base card like after they already had the relics? That's kind of strange, but sometimes they lay these packs out in a weird way. Our captain's insert is Eli Manning for the Giants, and it is numbered to 349. Our weaponry insert is Santonio Holmes, numbered to 349. So did everybody, I guess, saw that Hard Knocks is going to be the Browns this year, right? Oh, that's going to be a hot mess, isn't it? Lamar Miller for the Dolphins. That's the 349. Definitely, I can see lots of chipping and wear all across the bottom here, as well as that upper left, a little bit in the upper right. So that one has got a little wear on the back of it, but it is a nice looking card. Got the gold signature, the nice patch, and why can I not see where this is numbered? Was it numbered on the back? It was. I just read it and then I forgot it. It's to 349. So nice, cool patch there for the Dolphins. And next, B.J. Coleman, numbered to 25 for the Packers. I don't even remember B.J. Coleman. Do y'all remember B.J. Coleman for the Packers? I don't. But anyway, Packers have a hit. And hey, look at this. Here's the Ravens, Courtney Upshaw, numbered to 49. You don't pull a ton of Ravens, so kind of cool to see that come out. A redemption, we're going to set it aside for a minute. We'll flip it here in a hot second. First, we're going to look at Tony Romo, numbered to 99 for the Dallas Cowboys with a little relic there. Probably game used. Yeah, game worn. Sorry, I have to get it really close to my face to see it. I have a weird eye thing, some eye surgery that went badly. So it either has to be really close or it has to be really far away. This kind of middle distance is tough for me sometimes. Our redemption is Nick Perry, rookie platinum signatures, card number 174. You know what that means? Oh yeah, you're coming with me and we're headed over here to the Panini website, which I need to get logged into because I did forget to do that. So let's get that up and running. Yeah, I had to reboot everything a couple of times tonight because we've had storms through earlier today, and it really didn't cause any problems earlier today, but then oddly enough tonight, my internet was really not my friend for probably about 2 hours, but thankfully it seems to be in good shape now. But just FYI, if something goes weird and all of a sudden that something shuts down, just know that I will get it back up as soon as I possibly can. So be aware of that. Rookies Platinum Signature. Where are you? There you are. Card number 174 is the Packers again. That one is numbered to 49. The Nick Perry for the Packers to 49. We'll recap this in a second. Let me just label this up. And we'll take another little spin through. And I see Dale is in here and John is here. And John, we are getting ready to recap it right now. So if you did miss anything, you'll be able to see the hits again right at the moment. And Philly fan, you have not missed Black Gold. It's going to be right after we finish up 2012 Black here. All right, so our redemption for the Packers will be numbered to 49. It is expired. You see that on there. Put it in your account anyway. Sometimes they still have those cards. If they do, they will send it to you. If they do not, they will eventually substitute it for you, but you'll probably have to track down a live person to make that happen, which if you've ever tried to do that with Panini, it's super hard. So I suggest using Facebook or Twitter, something like that. And that's usually where you have the best luck trying to find a living, breathing human being at Panini to help you with something. But you have to wait a couple months, right? So when they're expired, put it in, wait a couple months. If you haven't seen the card by then yeah, you can be fairly sure that they don't still have it at that point. So let me get the spreadsheet back up and running here, and then we're going to be rocking into 2016 Black Gold, because I know we have had some people jump in since we last looked at this. Once again, the first 4 breaks of the evening, the free shipping breaks, which is the Hit Parade Limited, the 2012 Black, the 2016 Black Gold, and the 2018 Game Day Greats jersey. All the free shipping stuff goes out approximately Wednesday the 23rd, okay? And our paid shipping break tonight, again, Bowman Jumbo goes out on a different schedule, anticipating a Monday shipping date for that. If you are in one of these first 4 breaks and your team is not pulled, you are still entitled to a consolation card any year, any series. Typically ships with your next hit, can come sooner if you want it to. You just need to shoot me a message over there in eBay and we'll work out the details. So 2016 Panini Black Gold Football, this is break number 39. It ended tonight the 17th of May. And we're going to break into it here this happy Thursday night and hope for some fabulous good luck. Let's see if we can pull some fire out of black gold. T. Cassidy's taking off. We'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. And I definitely need to change the blade on my knife. I couldn't even get the plastic cut. Ooh, yeah, I got to get that done. Yeah, Brian, that was a nice Lamar Miller. It did have a little bit of chipping and stuff on the back, but again, that edge and corner stuff on these thick cards is just almost pretty close to every card comes out with some imperfections. On the thick ones especially, and honestly, they just show up more on the black background. Okay, every card in here will be numbered, even our base cards. So just like 2012 black, we're going to have a whole bunch of numbered stuff. Franchise gold to 225 for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Gold Rush for the Dallas Cowboys to 225 with Mr. Emmitt Smith. Some of these don't show up as well as I think they should. I don't know what the difference is, why some show up better on camera and the others don't. To 225, that is Eddie George for the Titans. The Eagles have Ryan Matthews to 250. Yeah, you're right, Brian. I mean, any of the Panini Black, any of the Black Gold, any of the ones that have the really thick cards and then the dark background, it just really shows the imperfections. So I think we all notice them more in that product. That is numbered to 99 Procease. Motherlode Relics for the Seahawks. And those actually, 2 of those relics, pretty nice. Big Ben, baby. Big Ben Roethlisberger, my Pittsburgh Steelers are cooking tonight. Numbered to 25. That is a sweet little hit. You know I love it. It definitely, yeah, you definitely have some going on. Actually, all 4 of the corners, but more so on the right side of the card than the left. But hey, I don't think it matters. That's a really nice hit. And next up, we have the Browns, the Redskins, the Vikings, and the Texans, all 4 on this card. So you know what that means. We'll, A, have to go back to our checklist and see if we've got anybody that owns 51% or more of the card. And if not, we'll use random.org to hand that one out. And what is this number to? 199 for the Cardinals with the Golden Prospects. Christian Hackenberg for the Jets, who, didn't they just trade him? I think they did trade him. That's numbered to 249. We've got a piece of the football as well as 3 pieces of the jersey there for the Jets. One of our hits was replaced by a reward point card. Boo. I hate when that happens, but it does happen sometimes. Here's what will happen with that. We will use random.org to award that here in a moment. First, we've got to get to this bad boy. So to own 51% or more, someone needs to own 3 of the 4 teams. If no one owns 3 of the 4 teams, we're going to go to random. When I go to random, I'm either going to go left to right or top to bottom, depending on how a card is oriented. So in this case, I will type it in as Browns, Redskins, Vikings, Texans, in that order. I will hit random 3 different times. The first 2 will not count. It will only be the third and final random that will determine where that card is going to go, assuming that we don't have somebody that owns 51% or more, which we're going to check out right now. So the Browns, TS Enterprise, the Redskins, Muant, then the Vikings, Sando, and the Texans. Where are you, Texans? Miller time. So we actually have somebody different for all 4 spots on this one. So yeah, we definitely are going to have to roll back over here and use random for that. All right, so what is that? That is Browns, the Redskins, Vikings, and then Texans. All right, once again, first 2 times are not going to count. So here's the first one, which you can ignore. The second one you can ignore. Third and final for all the marbles. There's 3 times, our date and time stamp. It comes up as the Houston Texans. So this card is going to the Will Fuller position on it. It is in a sleeve. I would hope everyone would know that I would not mark directly on your card, but there you can see for sure that it is on the sleeve. Next up, 250 rewards points. So I'm going to bring you along with me again. We're going to do a slightly different thing here in that we will grab all 32 of our teams as a copy and paste type scenario. We'll drop them into random. I will hit random 1 single time with this, and whichever team happens to come out in the number 1 position after we hit random will take home the rewards points. So there you can see everybody's in there. Everything got copied and pasted, and here we go. Comes up as the New Orleans Saints. So the Saints getting our 250 rewards points. And now let's recap this. So, yeah, we just did this one, so you know that one. You can't read my writing, probably. I can barely read it, but it's New Orleans Saints. Our quad materials here went to the Texans, also used random.org for that. Then we had the Hackenberg for the Jets, another quad materials card. That one had a piece of the football as well as some jersey pieces on there. Then the Cardinals with a nice little autograph hit. My favorite card out of this break, you might have guessed, it's Big Ben autograph, numbered to 25. A sweet, sweet little hit for my Pittsburgh Steelers. And then Pro Cease with the triple relics for the Seahawks. So that has this box of 16 black gold all finished up. And what did somebody ask me in chat here? Gina, I have more. Are you talking about 2012 black or 2013 black, or you're talking about 2016 black gold? I'm thinking maybe you're talking 2012 black, but I'm not 100% sure which one you're asking me about. If you're asking about 2012 black, that's actually the last of it that I have on hand, and I don't know if I'm going to get any more of that in or not. If you are asking about 2013 black, which I haven't opened, I don't know, in a few weeks anyway, definitely have more of that, and we will for sure be opening more of that. And if you're asking about 2016 black gold, yeah, I've got more of that too. I've got maybe a case or so of that left that will eventually work our way through. So once again, if you jumped in after the fact, you didn't see this earlier, please take a minute there to review your anticipated shipping date for your break, as well as the information about consolation cards if your team was not or is not pulled. 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph Football Jersey break number 7. Like everything else, it ended tonight, Thursday night, the 17th of May. And your name in lights there across from your team if you are the winning bidder on one of our teams in this break. And of course, this is our last of the football breaks tonight. When we finish this up, we're going to be rolling right into Bowman Jumbo Baseball. Oh, Gina, you were asking if I own a card shop. I do not. We only have one card shop here locally, and it's been in business about 20 years. Used to have some others, but they kind of come and go. But this one has been around for a while. I know the owner really well. He's a super nice guy. And, yeah, he's trying to sell it to me. He wants me to buy his card shop, but so far I've resisted. Well, that's got a little kind of double printing on it, but this is just an informational card anyway. But it's a nice little hit for the Philadelphia Eagles with Jaworski. It's one you don't pull every day. We have a JSA authentication card in there, and there's our signature. Oh, it's in silver, so it's kind of like it's not showing up super well, but can you see it on there? It's right, well, with the way the light hitting it and that kind of silver. Let's try this. There, that's better. But it's still really faint on there. Like the guy was maybe running out of ink or something. He maybe should have gotten a new marker before he signed that. But anyway, there's a JSA authentication sticker that goes along with the card that you saw. And a nice little Jaworski hit for the Philadelphia Eagles for our jersey tonight. Oh, Gina, you said there is a rare Flutie in 2012 black that you're hunting for. Well, I'm sure I can get some more of it. I just don't happen to have any more on hand. I probably will work through the 2013 black before I bring in more 2012, but you never know. I mean, I don't know, maybe. Aw, Jeff, you didn't win. He said he's given up. Don't give up, man. Don't give up. This is what I always tell everybody when you're in the memorabilia breaks, you know, it's correspondingly harder than when you're in the card breaks because, of course, in football, you've got 32 teams. You're only pulling one jersey or one helmet. Whereas if you get into one of the card breaks, of course, you've got multiple hits in there as an option. So it is definitely harder to hit the memorabilia in the grand scheme of things than when you're seeing, you know, dozens of hits come out of a box or a case of cards. So Jumbo Bowman coming up next. It is on a different shipping schedule. I have it scheduled for Monday. If I can possibly get it out to you ahead of that, you know that I will. But I do know there's a lot still to go on Friday and Saturday's a short post office day, so it might be Monday. And we don't have to worry about consolation cards in Bowman Jumbo because, yeah, there's a ton of cards in here, and every team's going to pull a ton of cards too. So it is 4 boxes of 2018 Bowman Jumbo Baseball. It's a half case break number 6 of the Jumbo. And, of course, it also ended tonight on the 17th of May. And we have Josh and Joey have a lot of spots in here. Actually, it says Josh, Mandy, Joey. Sorry. I read that wrong, didn't I? It's Josh, Mandy, Joey. Has a lot of teams in here. So Josh, Mandy, Joey is probably going to pull several things out of here tonight, I'm guessing. We didn't actually open, Suge, we didn't open an actual football tonight. I have opened those in the past, but we didn't open those tonight. We had, what did we open tonight, guys? We opened the Hit Parade limited edition football hobby box. We opened the 2012 black hobby box, the 2016 black gold, and then the 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats jersey. And then, of course, we're opening the Bowman, or getting ready to start on the Bowman right now. And this is the last, excuse me, this is the last of the Bowman. I'm kind of sad about that. But not to worry. We have got Diamond Kings to open over the weekend. And then, before you know it, it's going to be Wednesday of next week. And guess what comes out Wednesday of next week? Oh, yeah. It's Tier 1 time. I love Tier 1. Because it's a nice kind of change of pace after the massive amount of cards that we have in Bowman. To have a smaller card count and all hits kind of configuration for Tier 1 is always a nice little change of pace after the grind of Bowman. Although I do like Bowman a lot, as you know. We opened, what did we open this year? 3 or 4 cases of Hobby and a handful of cases of Jumbo. So we're going to find a bunch of inserts that look like this. That is Bowman Scouts Top 100. Those do not refract. We will find a lot of Bowman birthdays, and they will all refract. And we already have a hit. Our first hit of the evening is Mike Shallren. You know I'm going to pronounce most of the names wrong because I always do. That's your special little treat from me. And that was, of course, for the Boston Red Sox on the Chrome Parallel. All of our autographs in here are going to be on Chrome cards. I don't have any paper autos in here. We will also find some inserts that say Bowman Trending. Those will all be refractors. We will find some that say Rookie of the Year Contenders, and those will all be refractors. We will find either 1 or 2 of the Bowman Sterling Continuity cards in each of our boxes. It seems to kind of vary. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. I didn't mean to, well, I was going to put that in the sleeve later, but since I already started, we'll do it now. But usually I've been waiting to do those after the break because, yeah, otherwise it takes me forever if we do them all as I go. What else? What else? What else? Everything in here will be on card autographs unless we hit a parallel, right? So like, for instance, if one of the Bowman Trendings is autographed or the Rookie of the Year favorites or something like that, those are sticker autographs. But everything else, our regular cards, will be on card autos. Suze, you are asking me about the Bowman, or not the Bowman, you're asking me about the Hit Parade limited edition football hobby box, the one that had the encased card in it, the very first break we did tonight. Is that the one you're asking about? If so, the hit was for the Rams. It says Talent Pipeline for the Chicago Cubs, another insert series, all of which will refract. Here is our Bowman Sterling Continuity, Rhys Hoskins and the Phillies for that one. And of course, you guys already know there's both Chrome cards and paper cards in here. We're going to find 3 hits per box. And I'd say we've been averaging probably, it's not always 2. We're pulling either 1 or 2 of our Ohtani paper base cards out of each of these boxes as well. There is one, speaking of. And of course, many of you, maybe not all of you, but many of you probably know we pulled that so nice, that blue Ohtani that was signed in Japanese that we pulled out of here, what was it, Friday night? I think it was. And I waited until it got safely to its new home before I did anything with it. And once it was there, then I tweeted it out to Topps and Bowman, and of course Topps and Bowman are the same company, but they have their own Twitter accounts, each of them. Anyway, tweeted out the picture of it, trying to find out for my customer if it is the only one signed in Japanese. Because, of course, the number on the card that we pulled is the exact card that they show in the marketing materials with the Japanese signature. And Topps wouldn't give a definitive answer. All they would say is very few or something, or a very small amount or something like that. So, like, it could be 1, it could be 10, but I think it's 1. Ozuna to 499 for the Cardinals. That is a paper parallel, or paper numbered, not one of the chrome ones. But yes, so that was a massive hit, and the person who had the Angels that night and subsequently got the card, has been getting a tremendous number of people offering to buy it. And he has legit offers in the high 5 figures for it raw, not even graded. I mean, it is crazy good. Mainly because we all think it's the only one there is. I mean, everybody kind of in the Twitter universe tends to have the same opinion that we have as well, that I don't think there's another one out there. Talent pipeline for the Padres. And if that's the case, then it's second really only to the Superfractor, which still hasn't surfaced yet either. Wouldn't it be crazy if we pulled it tonight? Oh, that would be something. That would be something. If we pulled that Superfractor out of here tonight, I would probably just, I don't know. I would have to, I'd have to pause for a minute on that one. I kind of, the other one, the one we pulled out over the weekend, came out fairly early in the break, so I couldn't spend too much time oohing and ahhing over it because we still had a lot of cards left to open. But if we pull the Superfractor, I tell you what, we're going to ooh and ah over it for a little while, no matter where it came out in the break. But he's continuing to play very well, so as long as he is playing well, I'd say his card values are going to continue to go up. Oh, I saw that, oh, daggone it, why have I, oh, I just blanked out on his name, and I know his name. The Pirates just called up their guy from 2013 that I've been thinking forever is going to get called up. And why did I just blank out on his name? Austin Meadows. Whew, took me a second. Sorry. So they're calling him up. So I was happy to see that. Corbin Burns for the Brewers. That is a purple parallel numbered to 250. Hi, Anthony. Hit Parade has already broken. Yes. It was not a football. It was limited. It was Hit Parade limited edition football, like as in hobby box cards, not a football as in an actual football signed, although we have broken some of those as well. But yes, the Hit Parade did already open up. And just as an FYI, most of you probably know this, but in case somebody doesn't know this, I always have at the bottom of the listing description the information about what's being opened. It's usually a cut and paste directly from the manufacturer that describes the product and tells you exactly what to expect in it. This is Kyle Young to $499 for the Phillies. That was paper. So if you're ever unsure about something, you know, you don't know how many cards are in it or how many packs are in it or how many hits or what it is exactly, if you scroll down to the bottom of the description, you will always find that info in there as a cut and paste for your reference. So we try to keep, I know there's a lot of information in there, but that's by design too, so that anything you want to know, you should, for the most part, I think, be able to find it somewhere in that description. For the Atlanta Braves, we have Soroka to 125 and our green chrome parallel on that one. Anthony, it was the Rams in Hit Parade. That came out earlier tonight. Yeah, typically things are going to break in the same order that they end on eBay. And I know sometimes, especially when it's going across multiple sports, it's probably kind of hard to tell what is ending in what order. But you can always sort by seller if you want and do ending soonest. It'll give you some idea. And also, when I put up the spreadsheet every night that shows what's coming up in the days ahead, I do also list that in the order stuff's going to break to try to make it easier. To $4.99, that's C.J. Chatham for the Red Sox. But I know it's challenging some nights to try to figure out what time to tune in. But I'd say in general, if you're ever not sure, if you jump in like right at the start of the break, I'm always going to run down what we're opening and the order that we open it in. And most of the time I can give you probably a pretty good estimate. So if you jump in and say, hey, I'm in, you know, XYZ break, how long do you think it'll be? I can give you an estimate. Usually I'm fairly close, you know, within 10 minutes on either side normally. Carlos Correa for the Astros. That's the Bowman Sterling continuity. Our third and final hit from this box is coming out for the Blue Jays, and it is a nice little refractor as well, which should be numbered and is numbered to 499. Right, Anthony. The hit parade was Todd Gurley for the Rams. It was the first break of the evening, and Los Angeles Rams and Todd Gurley on that one. So that was box number 1. We are now getting ready to roll into box number 2 of 4. This is our last of our Bowman, of our regular Bowman anyway. Of course, we'll have Bowman Chrome in the fall, and we'll have Bowman High Tech and some other fun Bowman stuff. But the last of our regular Bowman is this break tonight. And I'll miss it. You know, the sorting is a bear for sure. The sorting is not all that much fun. But I love the product. I love the prospecting. So all the Bowman stuff is always super fun for me. Taylor Ward for the Angels, refractor to 499. So don't look now, but the Cincinnati Reds have been winning a little bit, right? Many of you know the Reds are my team. I grew up a Reds fan. They're in reasonably close proximity to me. And my whole family, we were all Reds fans, are all Reds fans. But, yeah, life can be kind of rough as a Reds fan these days. But, you know, what did we win, like 5 in a row or something, then dropped one, and then won another one. And even though Matt Harvey, excuse me, did not look as good in his second start for the Reds as he did in his first start for the Reds, he did, you know, we still managed to pull out a win, and he kind of came on at the end, oddly enough, right? Like you would think he would start out hot and then kind of trail off, but I kind of thought it was the opposite. He seemed like he started off a little slow and heated up a little before he came out of the game. But hey, all that matters is it was a win. That wasn't today, obviously. But yes, I'm just basking in the glow of the Reds winning a few games. Oh, John, you hit a 1-of-1 Pache. Wow. That's nice, man. I think that is that's an excellent prospect to have in your on deck circle, so to speak. Of course, you say he needs to learn how to hit. Well, you know, they all have work to do. For the Phillies, we have Jojo Romero, blue chrome to 250. But that Pache, yeah, that's a nice little hit right there. I mean, there's been really good stuff in here this year. Well, I mean, there's good stuff in here every year, but it seems like there's been a lot of really nice hits come out. Oh, the Braves say he is defensively the best outfielder they have? Okay, well, that is saying something then. Yeah, I mean, for sure, he's on the rise. I hadn't really paid attention to his stats, so I didn't know that he was having any trouble at the batter's box. But it sounds like maybe he's not really quite where he needs to be there. For the Cubs, Chris Bryant, Bowman Sterling continuity. But you know what? They can get that fixed. There's a lot of kids that don't hit super well in the minors that get it worked out and come up to the majors and blow the doors off. So the Braves have a couple of good prospects in here because Joey Wentz is in Bowman as well. We pulled a nice Wentz to 50. I think out of the same case where we pulled that Ohtani. That was a hot case. We had Hunter Green in there. We had the Wentz to 50. We had, of course, the Ohtani. I don't even remember what else. It was a hot case. I don't think... Louis Robert might have been in that one, too. He was in one of them recently, but I don't remember if it was that one or not. Oh, he's around 300. Well, that's not bad. But it's all singles. He's not a power hitter. Well, I think that's probably the easiest thing to fix, really. I mean, they're just going to have to get into all the stuff that kind of goes a little beyond me these days. But with all the launch angles and this and that and the 500 other stats that they can pull, they can get him sorted out with that. To 499 for the Tampa Bay Rays, Josh Lowe. That one is paper. And I don't mind that he's 19. I mean, he's got plenty of time to develop. And, we had a lot of good... Actually, we've had a lot of good 19-year-olds. Didn't Mike Trout come up to the show when he was 19? And Bryce Harper when he was 19? And I'm sure there's some others. Those are just the ones I think of off the top of my head. Is Baby Vlad 19? He's young, too. Baby Vlad ought to be coming up about any time. I mean, what do they have to lose? Bring the kid up, right? But I am kind of psyched about Austin Meadows coming up for the Pirates. I mean, that seems like we've been waiting forever. I guess 5 years, but it seems like forever. Mateo for the Oakland A's. That, again, is the Bowman Sterling continuity. Right behind it, we have Jordan Hicks. Refractor to 499 for the Cardinals. It's magic, right? I know it's going to be to 499 before we turn it over. I was kidding. My mom used to do stuff like that when we were kids. You know how sometimes you can take an ice tray out. Well, if you even still have ice trays, I guess a lot of people these days have automatic ice makers. But anyway, when you had an ice tray, you could take it out of the freezer and you could get the ice cubes to stick to your thumb or your finger or whatever if it was a little bit wet and pull them out that way. And when we were young, my mother used to do that and tell us that she was magic. It's funny the things you think about, right? For the Blue Jays, Edward Olivares. But yeah, I would say Pache is definitely really, frankly, almost anything you hit as a 1 of 1 out of Bowman is going to be a solid hit. But I would definitely say he's one of the more in-demand rookies, or not rookies, but one of the more in-demand players in here. Yeah, speaking of rookies, Acuna. I've got to try to guess where his rookie card's going to show up. It's because it's time to order update. And I'm thinking, is it going to be an update? And where is it going to be? Last year, they told us, oh, Cody Bellinger, he's not going to have a rookie card until you get to update. Yeah, right. Bellinger was in by Allen and Ginter and was in every product throughout the rest of the year. So now, of course, that's what, the hype for update this year is, oh, yeah, Acuna can have his first rookie card in update. I bet not. I bet we have his first rookie card way before update. But then to be on the safe side, what do? You have to order a bunch of update. Daniel, we did pull the Ohtani that was autographed in Japanese. We sure did. It's the one that was in the marketing materials, and so far, it is the only one that's come out signed in Japanese. As I said, Topps would not confirm if it is literally the only one. They just said a very small number or something. I mean, that's probably not exactly verbatim, but something really close to that. So it could be 1, it could be 5, it could be 10. I think it's 1. I think everybody else, I think we all kind of think it's just 1, but yeah, it was pretty sweet little pull for sure. For the Phillies, Spencer Howard, blue parallel. And Spencer is numbered to 150. Oh, Daniel, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overlook you there. You asked if we'd had anything big come out yet. I wouldn't say anything, I wouldn't say anything huge or anything out of here at this point. But that's the thing with Bowman. You kind of never know what's going to be huge. We know what's huge right now, today, of course. But we could be pulling somebody's first Bowman tonight that turns out to be the next, Aaron Judge, or the next Mike Trout, or the next Ohtani, or whatever. So that's the fun thing about Bowman. You don't really know if what you have is huge for a few years a lot of times. Oh, John, I agree with you. I love that kid. I like both those young kids for the Braves. I like Ozzie a lot, too. Both those guys are really exciting young players to watch. For some reason, Robinson Cano was trying to sneak off. Oh, yeah, probably because he just got busted for PEDs, right? Actually, that's not accurate. He got busted for a diuretic, which is used to mask PEDs, but he obviously says that wasn't the case, that for him, it was prescribed to him by his doctor and all that, which is probably true. But unfortunately, on the banned substance list nonetheless. So, after he comes off the DL for that busted thumb, I think it was, then he's going to have a nice little 80-game suspension to cool his heels. So maybe that's why he was trying to run away and jump out of our pack. He wants to go hide. But yeah, that was a shame. I mean, you hate to see something like that happen. Because, I mean, historically, anybody who's associated with PEDs has had a really hard time getting into Cooperstown, right? And Robinson Cano would certainly be headed to Cooperstown, but now how much does this hurt his chances down the road? Hard to say. I mean, this technically, again, wasn't a PED, but a masking agent banned, drug type thing is not going to be his friend when it comes time for that Hall of Fame vote, that's for sure. Superfly, how are you tonight? I always like when Ryan comes on because his username is Superfly, and I like to say that. There's just something fun about saying it, and if you don't think it's fun, then you've never said it. You need to say it out loud, and you'll agree with me. It's fun. I'm telling you. You're doing okay. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Have you had any big hits lately? Pulled anything massive? Corbin Burns again, okay? The last time we pulled Corbin Burns, we also pulled him in multiples. For whatever reason, this guy doesn't seem to be in cases once. If you pull him once, you're going to pull him again out of the same case most of the time. We pulled him the last time out of the same break. I believe it was also one that was numbered and one that was the standard auto. Corbin Burns, why couldn't you be Shohei Ohtani coming out in multiple signatures, right? That would make us happy. Or Ozzy, or some of our others. Whoops, I meant to put that somewhere else so we could get it in the sleeve in a minute. Michael Mercado for the Tampa Bay Rays. That is to 499, and it does refract. You pulled a Kerryon Johnson Touchdown King auto. Oh, from Leaf Metal. Awesome. Yeah, what did I didn't open a lot of Leaf Metal this year. What did I open? Like 4 cases of it or something like that? 4 or 5 cases? Oh, but you know what you'll like, Superfly? Well, we have more Majestic that I'm going to open on Monday night. So if you didn't see that, we've got another case of 2018 Majestic. But on Wednesday of next week, Classics comes out. 2018 Classics football. So you're going to have another good group of stuff coming there. And those are usually pretty reasonable buy-ins. And next Friday, a week from tomorrow, we will have Leaf Ultimate Draft. And you will like that too. Leaf Ultimate. Any of the Leaf stuff, you know I'm a fan. So I like all their stuff. Rodriguez Blue Shimmer to 150 for my Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, so all those will, I mean, I haven't looked at the checklist, obviously, for everything, but I expect that you'll have a shot at pulling Kerryon in all those products. Just double check, right, the checklist, make sure I'm not sending you down the wrong path there, Superfly, but I feel reasonably sure that he will be an option in all of those products. And we'll open a pretty good amount of classics. It's 10-box cases. The Pirates with a nice little gold first Bowman Escobar autograph numbered 250, 15 of 50. Nice little hit if you have the Pirates this evening. Oh, yeah, did you have the Lions in any I know you didn't have them in the second Majestic break. Did you have them in the first Majestic break? Because, you know, we pulled 1-of-1 Lions cards out of both Majestics. Did you know that? That was crazy. 2 cases, both cases had 1-of-1 Detroit Lions cards in them. And I think each case had more than just the 1 hit for the Lions, too. But I do definitely remember we had 2 1-of-1s for them. Of course, the second one, you know, I was happy with that because it was the NFL Shield. I love pulling the NFL Shield, the logo man, you know, the fun. The same stuff we all love to pull. The cool, the really cool stuff. Oh, John, you had the Pirates tonight. Awesome, man. That is a nice hit for you with the Escobar to 50. Yeah, anytime we can pull some gold or some orange, I'm always happy to see it come out. We had a couple of cases where there was a lot of orange in them, and then we've had other cases where there was virtually none or none. To 250, Evan Longoria. I still always want to say his old team, but he is with the Giants these days, and that is paper. But, you know, Evan Longoria played forever for the Rays. It's just automatic almost. You say his name and you say them. But nope, to relearn that. Evan Longoria and the Giants these days. Oh, you have the Tigers, the Mariners, the Pirates, and the Marlins tonight. All right. Oh, Superfly, you got stuck at work on those? Well, that is a bummer. Telling you though, man, you got to use Auction Sniper. It is the most wonderful program in the world. I love it. It's literally auctionsniper.com, and you sign in with your same info that you use to sign into eBay. So it's super easy to set up and remember because it's your exact same login. And if you lose the bid, they don't charge you anything. There is Jason Martin to $4.99 for the Pirates. That is paper. And if you win the bid, they charge you a little bit, but it's not very much. I mean, it's usually like quarter or something along those lines if you win. And it automatically places the bid for you. You can tell it when to place it. I think the default is like 5 seconds before the auction ends. And you can put it in there at any point in time, and you can still cancel it or amend your amount or whatever you want to do with it up until like a minute or so before the auction ends. And then after that, you can't adjust it. But up until that time, you can. And it'll send you alerts if you've been outbid. And it really does all kinds of stuff. It's pretty awesome to be, I mean, it's not obviously entirely free, but it's pretty close to it because you only pay if you win the auction. So I love it. Will Smith, that is green shimmer to 125 for the Dodgers, who absolutely dominated the first half of this case. They had probably 40% of the hits or something out of the first half. Bryce Harper for the Nationals. Bowman Sterling continuity. But yeah, if you have never tried auctionsniper.com and you bid on eBay a lot, I highly recommend it. Because then I put things in there and then I just don't worry about them again unless it sends me an alert and tells me I've been outbid. And then I go back in and either say, okay, I'm willing to spend more, and I adjust the bid upwards, or I say, too rich for my blood, and just cancel the bid. But either way, it's pretty handy. Jimenez for the Mets. Bowman Sterling continuity. Padres, Logan Allen. But if you ever are bidding and it looks like you've got an auction won and then all of a sudden you lose the bid, like 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds to go, something like that, most of the time it's somebody using Auction Sniper. So here we are coming into our fourth and final box in this half case, which is also our final case of Bowman Jumbo. With the way the prices exploded on this, I don't really think I'll get any more of it in, but you never know. I mean, sometimes I turn things up where I'm not expecting to find them, but for the most part, this is probably the last of the Bowman we'll be opening until we get either High Tech or Chrome. I don't remember which one comes out first of those two. But of course, as I said, we will have some nice Diamond Kings that will open by the 12-box case starting over the weekend. That'll keep us occupied until we get to Wednesday, when we'll start busting into some cases of Tier 1. Oh, you got sniped today, John? Yeah, see, that's what happens. And that's the reason that they go in like right in those last few seconds, is because really you do not have time to react. You see it, but virtually no human being has time in that 5 seconds, or really you can tell it to place it even as low as like 3 seconds, I think. But they recommend not going less than 5 just in case there's some kind of technical issue and they have to try a second time or whatever. And which they will try multiple times, same as the way regular eBay bidding works. So, you know, if you had in a max of 50 and the bid was only 25, it's going to bid in the next increment of 26. And then if you're outbid at that, you know, it does proxy bidding the same way that eBay does, all the way up to whatever your designated max is within that like 5-second window, which is pretty amazing. But that's the whole reason that they put it in right there at the last second, because if you're watching it, you still have time. You don't have time to do anything about it. San Diego Padres, nice little Mackenzie Gore with the blue chrome parallel to 250. Superfly says he's learned to pad his max bids. Yeah, I mean, definitely you're going to have bidding competition for sure. And sometimes, I mean, there's plenty of times I even get out sniped, So I will think for a hot second that I have the bid when my bid hits it 5 seconds, and then there'll be other people sniping, and then I still end up losing it. So for sure, there's always the possibility that you're going to get outbid, even out-sniped, which happens to me plenty. But it can definitely help you win some bids. It has helped me win some bids. I'll say it like that. But it's everybody's individual preference. I mean, some people might not like it. I don't know. I guess it's really individual preference. I forget how I came across that originally. I don't know. I've been using it many years, though. Though lately, I haven't had a lot of free time lately, so I haven't been in anybody else's break but my own in a while. I'm kind of going through withdrawals. I need to get in some. I bid on some, but I got outbid. To 50. That is gold paper for the A's with AJ Puck. Fortunately for me, being a Reds fan, it's usually not really hard to get the spot. Bowman, of course, a little different now with Nick Senzel and Hunter Green in there, but even so, not as expensive as trying to get many of the other teams. Yeah. Ryan says he wishes that eBay was like Facebook so he could message those people that outbid him. Give him a piece of his mind, so to speak. I kind of paraphrase that a little bit. Nick Williams for the Phillies. That's Bowman Sterling continuity, but right behind it, here comes a nice hit for the Phillies. That is a first Bowman Derek Hall, which I don't think we pulled. I don't remember pulling him any other break at all out of 18 Bowman, so maybe I have, but I don't remember it. So he's not coming out real often anyway, for me. Oh, wow, you have 45 packages to go through. Wow. Wow, man, that is a lot. Well, what is that falling out of there? That's weird. That's like a little piece of, I don't know what it is. It's not a piece of the wrapper. It's like a little piece of paper of some sort. Strange. So, here's a little tip that might help you, Superfly. I don't know if it will. It does help me when I get on my streaks where I buy and do a bunch of breaks right in a row, which I especially tend to do right around Christmas because I don't know why, but somehow or another, I always find myself bidding on all those kinds of things right around December. But anyway, when I watch a break, of course, I make some notes about what I've hit, or the main things I've hit, and then I put them in eBay in the notes section. So at least I assume it's still there. As I said, I haven't been in a break in a couple months, but I assume it's still there. If you go into my eBay and you go into the items you've purchased list, there's a way you can add notes in there. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Hunter Green for my Cincinnati Reds. I love it. Cincinnati. Nice hit with Hunter Green on card. Of course, they're all on card in here, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so in the notes, then I just jot in there the main stuff I hit. I'm not going to put everything, obviously. I might put, whatever, 10 numbered cards and a Hunter Green auto or something like that. And then when the packages come, I can just pull up the my eBay purchase history, and I can match up that way by seeing what's in the package versus what's in my notes. Know if I got everything I was supposed to get, leave my feedback, and boom, I'm done. Because one thing I have noticed is that most of the time you don't get, I mean, even I don't do this. I don't put a list in there of everything that you're getting. I do put my eBay user name as my return address name so that people can match it up, but not everybody even does that. So sometimes you get stuff and you don't know where it's come from, or at least I used to, till I did that. An atomic refractor Franklin Perez for the Tigers, numbered to 150. And right behind that, look what we have. Adam Hazley, numbered to 75 for the Phillies. Also very nice. So I don't know. That's just a little tip. It might help you, it might not, but it definitely helped me because I did go through a period of time where I was in, I'd say easily 5 or 6 breaks a day for practically the whole month of December. And so then when stuff started arriving like you're talking about, tons of packages start coming in all at once, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have no idea what goes where. And that's kind of about the time I started doing that, and I found it to be very helpful if I just opened my stuff while I had that page up in front of me, and then I could match it all up. Well, look at that. We have a nice little Bowman Top 100 refractor, numbered 250. That, of course, is a sticker auto. That's what I was talking about earlier. If we pull one of the inserts with an autograph, it'll be a sticker. And this, of course, is one. And it is Ruiz for the Dodgers. So, despite all the many autograph hits that the Dodgers got out of the first half of this case, there was still another one in the back half. Oh, yeah, Superfly. It is really, as you say, matching up the oddball ones can be really difficult for sure. You have to definitely spend some time on that if you don't have some kind of notes. And, I mean, I tried keeping, there was somebody, he was stuck to the back of Devers there. I tried keeping kind of paper notes and mental notes and all that. None of it worked for me. The only thing that worked well for me was putting the note literally under the item in the My Bid section, because then I could just sit there and do it all at once. People mail out hits in just plain paper envelopes with stamps. Oh, that's risky. Yeah, I definitely don't do that. No. I've seen the inner workings of the post office and what happens in there. And frankly, even well-packed stuff can get caught in the machinery and the envelopes get ripped open and stuff comes out and is lost forever. But I would never risk it in a plain white envelope and a stamp for a hit. But I guess, hey, if it gets there safely, I'm sure, I mean, obviously they're saving a lot of money doing it that way, but I don't know. It's just not how I do it, so to each his own. Well, it is time to recap and see all at once here what we have managed to pull out of this back half of this case. And I will put the spreadsheet information up again after we recap. So if you missed it earlier and you want to see your shipping info, or you want to see the stuff that's coming up for bid over the course of the next few days, we'll have all that up after we run through our recap here. So we're just going to look at our Ohtani base just to count them. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as I said, those come out either 1 or 2 a box. You never kind of know which. So in this break, we ended up with 7 of them. Our Bowman Sterling continuity cards, which again, they come out 1 or 2 per box. There was Hunter Green, Nick Williams, Jimenez, Harper, Mateo, Chris Bryant, Carlos Correa, and Rhys Hoskins. Take care of those. Yeah, the non-machinable stuff, well, you're talking about when they come COD. The reason they come COD is because if they vary more than 1/4 of an inch in thickness, then they are technically non-machinable, right? So the post office is saying it can't be run through their high-speed sorting and it has to be sorted differently, etc. And they charge a surcharge for that. And the surcharge is something like 80 cents or whatever. So if you have more than 1 or 2 cards in there, or you have a card in there in a top loader, it's always going to be non-machinable. And those people are just putting regular postage on it, and then you're getting popped with a due on delivery for that non-machinable charge is exactly what's happening. So it's either people that don't know what they're doing, or they know what they're doing and they don't want to pay the extra postage, and they figure because it's like whatever, 70 or 80 cents, that the person on the other end will just pay it and not say anything most of the time. So it could be either one, but that's what it is. That's what it means. So yeah, I have spent a little time in a postal distribution center. So I know all kinds of weird post office stuff like that. But I hope they do pay you back. They should, anyway. So our autograph hits recap. This is numbered to 50. Our Bowman Scouts Top 100 Ruiz. That is a sticker auto. It's the only one in here that is a sticker auto. Hunter Green for my Cincinnati Reds. I love it. For the Phillies, Derek Hall. For the Padres, Logan Allen. Here's a pretty little Escobar for the Pirates, numbered to 50. One of 2 Corbin Burns that we found in this half case. Another hit for the Phillies, Spencer Howard to 150 on the blue parallel. And then we have Olivares for the Blue Jays. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Jordan Hicks to 499. Another hit for the Blue Jays. That one numbered to 499 as well. The Red Sox, that is actually not an autograph. I stacked it in the wrong place, but it is a refractor to 499. We should have just looked at it in the other stack, that's all. Here's our second Corbin Burns. That is to 250. Our nice purple parallel there for the Brewers. And finally, the Red Sox wrap things up for us with Mike Shawron. So that's it for tonight, and that's it for the Bowman. I know, it makes me so sad. But, I know, it is the end of it. But, like I said, Diamond Kings this weekend, Tier 1 next week. We're going to be all good. Let's take one more spin through the spreadsheet for anybody who jumped in late, maybe didn't see it earlier. Once again, there is your shipping info for the various breaks tonight. And if you were in one of the earlier breaks and you're still just hanging around and you missed your stuff earlier, please note it has a different shipping date because it was a free shipping break. And also note that information there about consolation cards. Doesn't apply to Bowman Jumbo for consolation cards because every team's going to get a big stack of them. And then once again, coming up on the days ahead, tomorrow night, autographed baseball jersey, the Gold Rush, the Onyx Preferred Players case of autographed baseballs, and some 2011 Crown Royal. That's going to be fun to open. Saturday, Blast from the Past, 11 Prime Signatures, 13 Limited, 11 Crown Royal. Sunday, note we are starting at 9:30 instead of our normal 10 o'clock time. We'll do some 2012 Signature Series Baseball, another autographed jersey, another case of Onyx Preferred autographed baseballs, and a full 12-box case of Diamond Kings. Monday, we'll do a little basketball. We'll finish up the limited football, and we will do a full case of Majestic football, 2018 Majestic. Tuesday was supposed to have a lot more stuff, but as I said, we had storms earlier. My internet went haywire, so I only got 2 things listed. It'll be a half case of 2011 Prime and a full 12-box case of Diamond Kings. And then, of course, not listed yet, but we'll go up tomorrow night. All of our Fun Wednesday stuff, which is, what else coming out? 2018 Classics Football, 2017-18 Dominion Basketball, which is a nice little high-end product, and Tier 1 Baseball. So yeah, Wednesday's going to be fun too. John, thank you too. I appreciate it, man. And Ryan, Superfly, I always appreciate you stopping by and hanging out too. So, all right, everybody, I am out for tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.